Hi guys, my name is David and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a collaboration with the wonderful, amazing Kayla Lenzen. So me and Kayla were both discussing about what we could potentially do as a collaboration during the festive season. And we both came up with the idea about doing a top 5 of all the characters that we personally feel deserve to receive coal for Christmas. And we did this last year as well, but we thought that we would rehash it this year. But I said to Kayla, look, if we are going to be doing the same type of video again, which I will have a link down below in case you want to check out the original video that we did last year. I told her that if we are going to be doing the same thing, that we should both specify that these are going to be characters based on books that we've read this year. So before I get into today's video, if you're new, please consider subscribing to my channel, clicking that bell and giving this video a thumbs up. So the main structure of this video is that I have actually written out 5 characters that I feel that deserve to receive coal for Christmas. Again, this is in my opinion. I just want to say that there may be spoilers for these characters in these books because I can't talk about them without talking about the storyline for them. So this isn't going to be in any type of order from the person that least deserves to get coal for Christmas to the most evil character I've actually read in fiction this year. So this is going to be completely random, and at the end we will see a clip from Kayla where she'll be telling you guys one character that she thinks deserves to receive coal. So the first person that I think deserves to get coal for Christmas in 2021 is Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. Now, I just want to make it clear, guys, that I am going to give Smeagol, not Gollum, coal. Gollum is the good side of this character, and Smeagol is the twisted evil side that the Ring of Power has actually corrupted and twisted his soul and made him into a villain. But Gollum is his original persona and who he originally was. And he's the more sweet and innocent of the two sides of this character. But Smeagol, he is obsessed with the Ring of Power, even to an extent that he is absolutely willing to murder anyone that gets in his way to get what he calls his precious back. And how he deceives Frodo and Sam and leads them willingly into Mordor, although they think that Smeagol and Gollum is actually helping them destroy the One Ring of Power. But in reality, Smeagol is going there to deceive them and ultimately try to get his precious back. And he is a very complex character, both Smeagol and Gollum. So I definitely think that Smeagol deserves to get coal for Christmas because he is so deceiving and heartless and cruel. The next character that I think deserves to get coal for Christmas is the Theyattering in the Theyattering and Jack, which is either a graphic novel or a short story from the Books of Blood by Clive Barker. We don't really know much about the Theyattering, but what we do know is that he is a demon sent from hell to observe this specific individual called Jack and slowly but surely turn him insane and mad, so when he dies, hell can get his soul. Like Smeagol, the Theyattering isn't technically evil. He is just a very misunderstood creature. He is a very sweet creature, although he can be very, very cruel sometimes because he is a demon from hell. But knowing that he is very willingly determined to destroy Jack's life and to drive him completely mad is more than enough for the Theyattering to receive coal. The next character that I know that deserves to get coal for Christmas is Skinner Sweet from the American Vampire series, which is a series of graphic novels. I've only read volumes 1 and 2. I've got number 3 in my room and I'll probably get to it sometime in the coming year. But Skinner Sweet originally was an outlaw in the Old West before he got turned into a vampire, and it's basically resulted in him becoming a bloodthirsty vampire that glorifies the suffering of others and just wants to sit back and basically watch the world burn. He doesn't have any conscience, he doesn't have any feelings, he doesn't have any emotions apart from wallowing and basking in the suffering of others. So far in the first 2 volumes, we don't really see that much of Skinner, but maybe in coming volumes we'll see more of his character. But I really like his character, but I just would like to have more depth to this vampire that I love so much. So for that reason, I think that Skinner Suite should get Kaale for Christmas. Next is the Giants from the BFG. Now I want to make it clear, guys, that when I say the Giants, I am excluding obviously the BFG. What I mean by the Giants is I mean all the Giants that are willingly going out every single night to willingly eat little kids and probably anyone else that gets in their way. They actually have a extreme bloodlust and they even crave this meat. They go out to different countries and they enjoy eating children from different countries based on their flavourings, I suppose, about how the children taste to these giants. But in giant country, where these giants are from, they have all this other food that is available to them, like the famous noscumbers, but they choose not to actually eat it because they probably either do not know about it or because it's extremely disgusting to actually eat. But these giants, they know full well what they are doing, but they just simply don't care. They just want to feed their hunger. They just want to feed this craving that they have for human flesh. So how this is described in the book is not really a graphic and gory way, but it does describe about how people found human bones or bones underneath windows and around property and buildings and all that type of stuff. So yeah, the giants definitely deserve to get Kaale for Christmas, and who knows, maybe they can try to eat the Kaale and maybe they'll like that flavour more than human flesh. And then last person on my list is Norman Bates from Psycho. Now, I was a bit torn on this character as Norman has a psychological disability that he thinks that his mother is still alive, even though her dead, rotting corpse is in his house. He considers his mother to be still alive, and he worships his mother when she was alive. She was very, very controlling over Norman, as far as I can remember from the book. And when she died, Norman was wearing his mother's clothing and walking around pretending to be his mother, as he glorified her so much. If you know the serial killer, the real life serial killer, Ed Gein, this character is actually based on that real life serial killer. So when all these females in this novel go to stay at the Bates Motel, Norman welcomes them with open arms and greets them and is all friendly and nice. And he even offers one of these ladies a chance to go up to his house to have dinner and have something to eat and just relax. So there is a very sweet and innocent side to Norman, but when Mother takes over his persona, he becomes very violent and very unstable, and he's a very tragic character. I know that it's not Norman's fault. If he had some therapy after his mother's passing, and maybe if he had some friends and a bit more of a social life, then maybe he could have turned out different and learn to accept his mother's passing and put it behind him and get on with his life and lead a somewhat normal, even though it may have been a very isolated life, it may have been a completely different life instead of killing all these women. So reluctantly, I am going to give Norman Kaale for Christmas, but I think that he could actually use it in the fire at his house to actually keep himself warm during Christmas. As I said, I was kind of torn on Norman Bates, as he's not strictly evil, but that's who I've chosen. So that's it, guys. That is the 5 people that I think deserve to receive coal for Christmas from books that I have read in 2021. Now, let's go over to Kayla, where she'll be telling you guys one extra or bonus character that she thinks deserves to get coal for Christmas.
Hey book peeps who are watching on David's channel. My name is Kayla and I am going to tell you this is like a little bonus. I am going to tell you 2 characters who I think deserve coal this Christmas, but they are from the same book, so we're going to pretend it's all one. So the ones I picked are from the book The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And that is going to be Professor Phosphorus and Mr. A. Now, again, spoilers, I don't know if David mentioned that, but there's spoilers in this. So the reason it's going to be these 2 characters is because they're rotten, okay? They are rotten people, human beings. They're just rotten dudes. So the reason is because Professor Phosphorus and Mr. A, they like to teach students to learn magic and illusions and all that good jazz, and then when the time comes they decide to battle their students with each other, and the only one who wins is when the other one dies. Isn't that a fun game? You're talking about people. What's the matter with you? So Professor Phosphorus and Mr. A, you don't deserve nothing but coal. I mean, you deserve a lot worse, but well, Professor Phosphorus kind of screws himself over with that regard. But Mr. A, you guys deserve coal. Okay, maybe Santa should make him a little bit like magic coal, some coal that, I don't know, attacks you in the middle of the night or something, something crazy, something as crazy as what you guys do with your magic and illusions, right? So that's what I have for you guys. And back to David and his picks for who deserves coal this Christmas.
Thanks for that, Kayla. And if you want to know what Kayla's top 5 people that she thinks deserves to get coal for Christmas are, then I will have a link down below in the description, and it'll take you right to her video, and it will have a clip where I tell you guys an extra bonus character that I think deserves to get coal for Christmas in her video. So hopefully this all made sense. This isn't a tag or a kind of a book challenge, but if you guys want to do this type of video, then feel free. So that's it, guys. That is my little video and my little collaboration with Kayla. Don't forget to check out Kayla's channel. She is awesome. I have been subscribed to her since her channel was brand new, and I really enjoy her content. I will have a link down below to her channel, so please check her out, subscribe to her. She is awesome. She talks mostly about horror, but she does talk about other stuff as well, such as graphic novels, and she sometimes does videos where she compares books to movies. So basically, Kayla is awesome, and you should go over there right now and subscribe to her. I'll also have a link down below to my Goodreads account in case you want to follow me or message me or see what I'm reading. And with all that out of the way, have a Merry Christmas, read some awesome books, and I will see you all in my next video.